Hi everyone, it's Holly Schultz from BabyGizmo.com. Today we are looking at the new Bugaboo Cameleon 3. First we're going to go through all the different changes that the Bugaboo Cameleon 3 has from the second generation Cameleon. Now first off, they have changed the way it folds and unfolds just a little bit to make it a little bit easier. They have modified the brake a bit just to remove the clicks. They've modified the clicks on the handlebar. They made the basket a little bit bigger. They've changed the way the wheels are removed. They've made the frame a little bit more sleek. There's a little bit more room on the footwell where your child places their feet, and the harness is a little bit different. So let's go through all the changes. I don't normally start with the fold and unfold of a stroller, but since that's one of the biggest changes on the Cameleon 3, that's where we're starting today. Now you still have to fold it in two pieces. You have to remove the seat, but it's as easy as that. Now a cool tip for Bugaboos, anything that is white on the stroller has a function. So what you're going to do is you're going to find the two white buttons by the handlebar, push them down. That's going to release the handlebar to have it drop. Grab this bar here and it folds down like that. To put it in your trunk or transport it, you transport it like that, it's 20 pounds. Now to unfold it, here's where it's different. The chassis no longer is locked into place, so that's going to make unfolding it even easier. All you have to do is pull up on the handle, give it a shake, and it locks into place. You replace your seat, and you're ready to go. Now, how that is different is that before you had to push the white buttons in order to unlock it, move the handlebar forward, kick the wheels out. There was just a few more steps. It wasn't hard, but this one is just a little bit easier. Now while I'm up here, let's talk about the handbrake. The handbrake is a little bit different. It's always a handbrake, but before it used to go click, 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 click. Now, one click, you know it's engaged. Push the button, and that's going to let it go free. Also, the handlebar has been changed. It is still 39 inches from ground to where I place my hands, all the way up to 44, so great for tall parents. But as you can hear that, there's clicks along the way, so that's going to let you know where you can stop it and lock it. So again, just a little bit easier for parents. Also, let's just talk about the recline. The recline is the same. You push two white buttons again, and that's going to recline back into 3 different positions. The seat reverses. Push those same white buttons underneath that you did to remove the seat, swing it around like that, and now you have a parent-facing seat so your baby can look at you. Let's talk about the canopy. The canopy, it's a big, large canopy. I love Bugaboo canopies. They are missing a peekaboo window. I know, none of the Bugaboos have them, so it's pretty standard, but it's a giant canopy, going to completely shade your child. Now let's get into the specifics of the seat. It's a roomy seat. It holds up to 37.5 pounds. That's a 3 to 4-year-old, stroller each child. It's 13 inches wide. It has a 20-inch seat back and a measurement from the back of the seat to the top of the canopy of 23 inches. Here is our 13-month-old tester in the seat. And here is our 3-year-old tester who is just about 35 pounds, so near the weight limit in the seat. There is a padded 5-point harness, and they did change this up a little bit for the Cameleon 3. And it's similar to the donkey, where the harness slides up and down so it can accommodate your growing child. The footwell is a little bit different, where your child places their feet just a little bit roomier. Now, the dimensions of the seat. It's a big seat for your child's bum. It's 11 inches from where the back of the seat to where it breaks. It also has a 9-inch leg drop is what I call it, and that's where the seat breaks to where they place their feet. There is a baby bumper bar. It is foam covered. It's a swing away removable baby bumper bar. There's a white button over here. Swings away like that. Let's take a look at the basket now. The basket, it is bigger on the Cameleon 3. Plus, it doesn't Velcro to the frame. It snaps to the frame, which is a little fancier, right? What I love about the Cameleon basket is that it comes up, it has all this fabric that comes up and cinches your contents. So in case you go to fold the stroller and you have some things rolling around in there, they're not going to just fall out into the street, because you're going to be able to cinch these ropes up here, these bands, to keep the contents in the basket. Now let's talk about the wheels. They're still 12 inches in the back and 6 inches in the front. The one difference for the Cameleon 3 is how you remove the wheels. Now, we don't remove the wheels all the time, but in case you do, there's now a white button. There used to be like a little metal clip you had to pinch. It was a little bit difficult. But this one white button, you push it, they pop right off. So that is one change. They also changed part of the frame here. It's just a little bit more sleeker. The metal is a little bit more matte, just a different look. the front wheels. These are swivel wheels. It also has an adjustable suspension, and that has always been on the Cameleon, and I really like that feature. You can adjust how much or how little suspension you want into for different positions. Again, it's white, so you know it has a function. Also, the button up here, that's going to release the wheel to pop those off, and the white one here is going to lock the front wheel straight. Now, with the Bugaboo Cameleon, there's 3 ways you could use it. You can use it with the little wheels in the front swiveling, so you're going around, you know, stores, tight aisles, and you need a lot of maneuverability. You can lock those front wheels straight to take it over grass or playground mulch. If you're going over a bit rougher terrain, just reverse the handle. And by reversing the handle, you push those same white buttons that you used to fold it. Reverse it like that. That's going to put the large wheels in the front. That's not going to be as easy to maneuver, but it's going to be easier on all terrain because these are going to tackle through, you know, the big grass and the sand. You can even put it in 2-wheel mode, in which you put both wheels together, and that you're going to pull the Cameleon through the sand. So this is one you're going to be able to use on the beach. If you've ever used a stroller on the beach, they rarely work, but the Cameleon has that 2-wheel mode so that you can use it on the beach and in snow. So that is a great option. So that's another, like I said, another change is that wheel and how it pops off. If you know anything about Bugaboos, you know how easy they are to push and maneuver, and the Cameleon 3 is no different. Forget about one-handed. I can push this thing with my pinky. It glides along and has fabulous maneuverability, so you're still going to get that with the Cameleon 3. One other change that I can't show you, but I can tell you about, is with the bassinet. And the bassinet has fillets in it, in which they give the structure to the bassinet. Those used to come out, people would lose them. Now they've sewn them into the bassinet. So it's just a small change I did want to mention. So they made some changes, right? Not huge changes, but definitely notable, especially that unfold, just much easier. They changed up the handbrake, changed up the handle with the clicking. They changed the harness, the footwell's a little bit bigger, the basket is bigger. The wheels pop off in the rear just a little bit easier. They changed up the fillets in the bassinet. And overall, you're still getting a fabulous Bugaboo Cameleon. And it's still the same price as the second generation. So they didn't raise the price, which is great. So there you go. That's my look at the Bugaboo Cameleon 3. And I'm Holly Schultz from BabyGizmo.com.